Honestly, when I arrived in Japan, I didn't expect Toyota to drop such huge news. But here at Fuji Speedway, Toyota has revealed something very exciting. A brand new petrol-powered supercar. Meet the Toyota GR GT. Some people are already calling it the spiritual successor to the legendary LFA. But that's not the whole story, because Toyota also showed the racing version of this car, and even an electric LFA replacement. Yes, an electric LFA. But first, let's talk about this. We're at Fuji Speedway during a live track event, and the GR GT immediately grabs your attention. This is not your typical Toyota. This is Gazoo Racing at full power. The GR GT is a front, mid-engine super sports car with a long, aggressive bonnet and a short rear tail. It's a two-seater, rear-wheel drive machine designed purely for driving excitement. The chassis uses an aluminum space frame combined with lots of carbon fiber to keep the weight down. The bonnet, roof, rear bulkhead, and trunk lid are all made from carbon. The layout reminds me of cars like the Mercedes-AMG GT or even a Dodge Viper. A big engine up front, power going to the rear wheels, and serious road presence. And look at that nose. It's incredibly long and low. Toyota says this car is designed for drivers, which means focusing on the basics: balance, aerodynamics, and a low center of gravity. At the front, you'll find large cooling openings for the radiators and intercoolers. There's also a massive hood scoop that vents hot air through triangular outlets on the bonnet, a small nod to the old LFA. Along the sides, the car is extremely low and wide. Large air outlets help guide turbulent airflow past the massive 20-inch wheels. Move to the back and you'll see a dramatic tail with a big ducted spoiler. Interestingly, there's no active aerodynamics here. Toyota avoided that to keep weight low and the design simple. Now the real excitement sits under the bonnet. The GR GT uses a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 with the turbochargers placed in the hot V of the engine. Power output: around 650 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque. The car weighs about 1,750 kilograms, and power is sent to the rear wheels through an 8-speed gearbox and a limited slip differential. There's also a small electric motor integrated into the drivetrain to assist acceleration and smooth gear shifts, meaning no torque drop between gears. Performance should be serious. Toyota estimates 0 to 62 miles per hour in under 4 seconds, with a top speed close to 200 miles per hour. Suspension is double wishbone all around, paired with massive Brembo carbon ceramic brakes. But what's really interesting is how simple this car is. No overly complex adaptive systems, no crazy electronic gimmicks, just a driver-focused machine built around balance and performance. And unlike the original LFA, this won't be a limited production car. Toyota plans to mass produce it. Inside, the cockpit keeps things focused. The carbon bucket seats sit extremely low, giving you a clear view over that long bonnet. The steering wheel is compact with drive mode buttons, and the digital dashboard includes shift lights for track driving. There are 4 driving modes: normal, sport, custom, and track, plus a rotary traction control dial for more advanced control. The center touchscreen is small, and there are still physical buttons, which is actually perfect when you're driving fast. Overall, the interior feels simple but purposeful, like a proper driver's car. But Toyota didn't stop there. They also revealed the GR GT3 race car, the FIA-compliant version designed for endurance racing. This machine will compete in the World Endurance Championship, replacing the Lexus RCF GT3. Compared to the road car, The GT3 version is much more aggressive. It features a massive front splitter, huge vents, side exhaust pipes, center lock wheels, and a giant rear wing. The interior is pure race car. Roll cage, racing switches, and a stripped-down steering wheel. But the biggest surprise came from Lexus. Hidden inside one of the pit garages was the Lexus LFA concept, now confirmed as a fully electric successor to the legendary LFA. Replacing the original LFA is an enormous challenge. That car had a naturally aspirated V10 developed with Yamaha, a carbon chassis, and only 500 units were built. But Lexus is trying something completely different. The new LFA will be fully electric. Design-wise, it's far more sculpted and futuristic than the GR GT. Because it's an EV, it doesn't need a huge front grille, giving it a much smoother aerodynamic shape. It features sleek stacked headlights, dramatic bonnet vents, and a beautiful flying buttress rear design. At the back, there are design details inspired by the original LFA, including triangular elements and futuristic lighting.
The hybrid system combines power from the engine and electric motor. The Synergy drive blends these sources for optimal efficiency.
Making it more advanced and more technical. Inside, the cabin is even more futuristic. The driver sits inside a dedicated cockpit pod with a yoke-style steering wheel and a sweeping OLED digital display that wraps around the dashboard. The materials feel ultra-premium and unmistakably Lexus. Where the GR GT feels like a hardcore driver's machine, the electric LFA concept feels like a high-tech luxury hypercar. And that's what makes this reveal so interesting. Toyota Gazoo Racing has created a V8 rear-wheel drive driver supercar that captures the spirit of the LFA. Meanwhile, Lexus is exploring the future with a high-performance electric hypercar. Different philosophies, same ambition. One thing is clear. Toyota is bringing the drama back to its lineup. And honestly, we're here for it.